everybody, I'm back with another video. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, then please do. In today's video, I'm going to be doing another Everyone is Bothering Me video. So recently I did a video where I said things that have been bothering me. So I've been talking about very controversial topics. So in this video, I'm going to be doing another part because a lot of things have been happening, especially on social media, and it's just been annoying me because I keep on seeing it. So this is a lot of the times I don't even go on Instagram or TikTok or stuff like that because it's just people still talking about the same kind of things. I'm going to do the same thing that I did in the other video. So I'll talk about the negative things first and then the positive things. So a quick disclaimer, this wasn't my idea. I got it from one of my favorite YouTubers called Amanda BB. She does a series when she talks about things that are bothering her. So that's where I got the first idea from, and I'm just doing another part because I wanted to do another part again. But the video idea, I got it from her. So there you go. So the first topic I'm going to talk about are people being homophobic towards No Snap. And if you don't know who he is, No Snap is an actor who plays Will Byers on the TV show Stranger Things, which is on Netflix, and the fifth season should be coming out in 2024 or 2025, I'm not sure, but he came out, okay, so just after his 18th birthday, he came out on TikTok, and he done the sound to the sound when he's like, you know what it never was? Serious. It was never that serious. Quite frankly, it was so that sound, and in the subtitles it said, oh, maybe I have more in common with Will Byers than I thought, because his character has been confirmed to be gay. So yeah, so and then the subtitles was like, oh, being in the closet for 18 years, and then when I tell my parents, they say we know, something like that. He's been getting a lot of homophobic comments, and he's deleted videos because of it. He uploaded this picture onto Instagram with him and this guy, and people kept on asking, like, is this your boyfriend? And he deleted the picture, and he made the TikToks as a sound, and he was just dancing, and he looked really happy, and people were spreading homophobic comments towards him, and so he deleted the video, which is very sad because yes, he's getting a lot of positive comments, and he has said thank you for his positive comments in his lives, but he's getting a lot of negative comments just for being who he is. Like, we're in 2023 now. Homophobia should be done. Like, people shouldn't still be discriminating against somebody for just being who they are. Like, it's very sad, and I know this is the world that I'm sadly living on. So, but I mean, like, just because, and a lot of these people are just sad. Like, if you're sad, go and do something about it. Like, go to therapy, go and do something. Like, stop pushing your hatred onto other people. That's what a lot of people do. A lot of these people are just hurting people. Like, go and do something about it. Go and, if you have trauma, go and deal with it. Like, just stop. It just annoys me. And I was talking to my friend about it, and I was saying to my friend that this kind of things are what make people want to, and then she's like, oh, self-harm. And I said to her that, no, I was actually thinking go back in the closet, but that's as well. These kind of things are what makes people want to self-harm, and why they self-harm, and then people be like, oh, why are they self-harming, why are they doing that, why do you think? Because cyberbullying is a thing, and it does affect people. A lot of people, sadly, they end their life because of cyberbullying. And a lot of people be like, oh, well, there's just people on the internet, ignore them. No, it plays an effect. Words plays just as much an effect as physical action does. So me, when I was younger, it was mostly by words, not like by people hitting me and stuff like that. But it still made an effect on a lot of things, like especially how I see myself, like, especially like not as much now, but when I was growing up, like when I was growing older, it took a toll on how I saw myself because of the words like they kept on calling me, and how I was seen as not normal, whatever that means. But yeah, it's just sad. Like, can we just stop? But that's what I have to say about that one. Next is the Dylan Mulfree situation. And if you don't know Dylan is I think Dylan's transgender. And Dylan's been through two situations, as I've heard. So the first one is about Patreon, about people saying that Dylan was making minors go on his Patreon and something like that. And then another situation about Dylan and tampons, people saying, "Oh, well, you're not a woman, you shouldn't be wearing tampons." I don't want to go into this whole gender, gender and sex. Some people say gender and sex are the same thing. I don't want to go into all of that, but that's another thing that I've heard about. And to be honest, I don't have a problem with Dylan. A lot of people are saying that Dylan is a predator, and I don't think Dylan is. I don't think Dylan's a predator. And with the whole tampons, Dylan isn't a female. Dylan isn't a female, so Dylan will not ever know what it's like to have a menstrual cycle. But I don't have a problem with Dylan. I don't have a problem with Dylan. If the news, I don't know if the news is true or not about Dylan being a predator. I don't think Dylan is, but I know, to be honest, I think a lot of people are just going to Dylan for being trans, and that's because from what I see, they're like, "Oh, I don't like you because you're trans." That's what I'm seeing on most of my feed. So, but I don't really have a problem with Dylan. And that's really what I have to say about that one. The next one is Sam Smith hate. And this is no surprise because I talked about this in my last part. But Sam Smith done an album called Gloria, and a lot of people do not like the new Sam Smith. They're saying, what, Sam Smith was too different, and all of this. And Sam Smith didn't used to be all this, like, all out with themselves, because before Sam Smith was a guy, went by him pronouns, but now Sam Smith is non-binary, so Sam Smith goes by they, them pronouns. So, kind of like Ellen, so there you go. So that's one reason why people don't like Sam Smith, and another one is because they say Sam Smith has just changed a lot. It didn't used to be like this. And for example, Unholy, Sam Smith is now more like out with how they express themselves. So a lot of people don't like that, and to me, I don't have a problem with Sam Smith. I really liked Gloria. I really liked Gloria. To be honest, it's one of my favorite albums that came out this year. I still think In the Lonely Hour, I think that's what it's called, it's better, but it's still a good album, and I don't have a problem with Sam Smith. Sam Smith is expressing himself, and to be honest, I think a lot of people just don't like Sam Smith because of how he's expressing himself. Because when Cardi B was doing it, when Nicki Minaj was doing it, they don't care. But you know why? It's because they're girls and Sam Smith's a guy. Or as they see Sam Smith is a guy, so they're like, "Oh no, why did Sam Smith doing that?" But you didn't have a problem when Nicki Minaj was doing it, and you know why you didn't have a problem when Nicki Minaj was doing it? Because you fetishize women, especially straight guys. Straight guys fetishize women, and bisexual women, they fetishize them, so they don't. There's a problem. But with Sam Smith, it's wrong. When it's little on sex, it's wrong. Because they're more feminine. When it's Harry Styles, it's wrong. Oh, people are still saying Harry Styles is gay because he's feminine. Feminine doesn't equal to gay. That's not how it works. The math doesn't matter for me. That's not how it works. Okay. Next, I'm going to talk about Mr. Beast and Chris from Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is a YouTuber, and he has this squad, kind of like the Sidemen, and one of the members is called Chris, and Chris is transgender, and a lot of people are talking about Chris about, "Oh, Chris, I feel bad for Chris's wife and Chris's son." And what I have to say to that is, one, they're not together anymore, they're separated, and two, a lot of people they don't feel bad. Let's be honest. Some people do, but a lot of them, they don't feel bad for Chris's ex, Chris's wife and the son. They just don't like trans people. They're transphobic and they don't like trans people. I'm happy that Chris is expressing herself, and a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, Chris should get help so they can be their true self." This is them being their true self. This is Chris being their true self. And these are the kind of people that be like, Be yourself, but not that way. Be yourself, but not that way. This is Chris being themselves. I don't understand. Like, I understand they're transphobic, a lot of them. That's why, but it's just transphobia just doesn't make sense in my head. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense why people are transphobic. Like, it's like, it just doesn't. It doesn't bother me. Like, and a lot of people's like, oh well, we shouldn't do that. Why? Well, how could you not know as an adult that this is how you feel? You should have told your wife before marrying your wife or all of this. And like, well, people find out things about themselves even in adulthood. They learn things about themselves. I learn new things about myself every day. I learn words every day. You grow, you adapt. Maybe Chris didn't know until Chris got older. It happens. But I'm just tired of seeing it, and they did it live, and people are like, oh, well, I feel sorry for Mr. Beast, because you can tell that Mr. Beast felt very uncomfortable. Is it different? Yes. Is it probably going to be a bit weird? Even though I don't even like saying weird in that sentence. Yes, but Chris is their friend, so it will be fine. Everything will work out. So that's just how I see it. Okay. Next, I'm going to talk about Chloe and the How Does It Feel song. So basically, Chloe has this album called In Pieces, and before the album came out, she released a song called How Does It Feel with Chris Brown, and a lot of people are saying that they're not going to listen to the song because it has him in it, and even though that the album has come out, they're like, nope, it's a skip. On Spotify, they put it as hidden song, and I just want to say my thoughts about it. Was I happy that Chris Brown was on the song? No. Do I like Chris Brown? No. Do I ever listen to Chris Brown music? Not really. The only song I really listen to him of is To Say Goodbye, because I like that song. But apart from that, I don't listen to Chris Brown like that. And was I sad? Yes. Do I want a solo version of just her by herself? Yes, I do. But as a song, it's not that bad. They work well together. I understand what she was doing. It was kind of to get the attention from for the album, and I know a lot of people are like, well, that's the wrong intention. Using him doesn't help your album. It doesn't make people want to listen to your music. It doesn't make people want to do that. And with a lot of the collabs she put on it, a lot of people are saying, like, apart from the Missy Elliott one, they're like, no, Future was not a good one either. So, but yeah, I'm going to talk more about my thoughts on the album in the positive side, but I just wanted to say that I don't think the song's bad. I think it's still a good song, and to be honest, I think it's one of the best songs on the album, but that's how I feel. Alright, so next we're going to go to Cruel Vacation by Miley Cyrus. So the album came out, and a lot of people are saying that they think the album is mid, and I'm going to say my thoughts on it. I do think the album is mid. A lot of people saying, oh, well, it's not as good as Plastic Hearts. And my feel of that is, if you really go into that mindset of it being just as good as beating Plastic Hearts, you're already setting yourself up for failure. Because Plastic Hearts is a masterpiece. It's a really good album. I feel like people see this, how people were like with The Vibe by Ed Sheeran, with the newer album, the newer one, not the one that's the red one, the one that has Bad Habits on it. A lot of people's like, oh, well, it's not as good as Divide. It's not as good as Divide. If you want to listen to Divide, listen to Divide. If you want to listen to Plastic Hearts, listen to Plastic Hearts. You're already, yes, I did. I was saying to myself, oh, I hope I like Plastic Hearts, so I'm really excited for this one. But I didn't think like, oh, it's going to be better. I was just thinking it would be just as good, and I didn't enjoy it as much. But still, I did still enjoy it. And yeah, I see it as middle. It is mid. I do agree with people. It is mid, but Plastic Hearts and Plastic Hearts, Cruel Summer Vacation is Cruel Summer Vacation. It's two different albums. If you want to listen to Plastic Hearts, listen to Plastic Hearts. I think when people do that and they be like, oh, I'm not saying Miley Cyrus can't be herself, of course. Can she come up with a better album that's better than Plastic Hearts? Of course she can. It's like Ariana Grande. I feel like Ariana Grande I've said I think like I don't think Ariana Grande is gonna beat an album better than Precisions. That's how I feel. Oh, I don't feel like she can beat one better than Dangerous Woman. That's how I feel. Maybe she can. Of course she can. She's Ariana Grande. If she wants to do it, then do it. But if she wants to do it, then she can do it. But this is just how I feel. Person Hearts is a masterpiece. And if you had that mindset, you kind of set yourself up for failure. I'm kind of rambling now, so I'm going to go to the next point. Next, I'm going to talk about Gloria by Vacation. No, Gloria by Sam Smith, which kind of goes into what I was saying earlier. I think it's a really good album. I really like it. That's Served Hate. Already said that, so I'm going to go into the next one. Next, I'm going to go into the KSI Backlash. And recently, the Signmen did a video. They did a countdown part 2. And when KSI was in a team with Harry, you got Philly and Chunks together. I think it was Josh and Toby, and then Vic and Toby, Ethan and Josh, I think, and then Simon was the spokesperson. So yeah, so that's how it goes. So KSI created the word, and he basically said Paki, which is a slur for Pakistans. So he said that, and he got backlash because of it, and they deleted the video of the channel, and they haven't released a video since. Like the last Sunday that just went, they just haven't posted any videos. So I think they're gonna take a break for 2 weeks. I don't know how long, but yes, he got backlash because of it. He has a fight coming up soon. But he got backlash, and a lot of the Signmen apologized for the video and said they were sorry. But yes, that's the backlash that KSI got. And he's saying that he basically put an apology. If I remember, I'll see if I can screenshot it and put it on screen. But he basically said that he's sorry and he's messed. And the thing about him is that he tells his fans not to see him as like this kind of role model, because he's a human, so he's gonna mess up. And he's messed up a lot recently. Because I think he messed up again with another video, because he posted a video that said I messed up or something like that. But yes, okay. But the next thing I'm going to go on to is 2 announcements that we got. So we got an announcement for Moana that they're doing a live remake of Moana, because Dwayne Johnson confirmed it. So I saw this video. So if I remember, I'll put a picture of the video on the screen. And my thoughts on it is that, am I excited? Yes, I'm excited to see it, but I just feel like they shouldn't make more remakes. I think they should just stick to originals and focus on what they're doing now, because a lot of the films that are coming out now, they're not sticking. So instead, I can see why they want to make remakes, because I was saying to my sister that nostalgia sells better than sex. So I can see why they're trying to click on the nostalgia, because they're like, oh, people loved it back then, let's do that. But some of the remakes are not sticking. Like the Mulan one, I did not want to watch that. I only watched it out of curiosity, and I've never watched it again. Do not plan to. I'm not a big fan of The Lion King. We don't need to. The Lion King remake, I try and pretend that doesn't even exist. And there's other ones. There's some good ones that I do like the Jungle Book one, the Beauty and the Beast one with Emma Watson, and Maleficent. I like that one as well, but most of the rest of them I do not like. And you got the Little Mermaid one coming up, which I am excited for. But yeah, that's my views, is that I wish they would stop making remakes, because I mean, and people are saying it just came out like 6 years ago, so it's too soon. But I just feel like they should just stop, but they're not going to, because they need the money, even though they're one of the richest companies in the world. And with that, we've also got a Lilo and Stitch announcement. And I saw a picture saying that this girl, I don't remember her name, but it's her first ever movie. So it's kind of like when Cameron Diaz came on came on Mask. That was her first ever movie, so this is her first ever movie. So if I remember, I put the picture on the screen. I am excited for it, because I like the movie Lilo and Stitch, and I watched it recently, so I am excited for it. But the same with Moana, I wish they would just focus on what they're doing now, because they have Elementals coming out, and I'm excited for that. but I wish they would just stick to what they're trying to do now, because a lot of these movies are not sticking, they're flopping really bad. Next, I'm going to talk about how people are saying that autism relates to being trans, and I'm going to be quick with this one. It does not. Yes, there's people that can be autistic and be trans, but there's no correlation in it, and people just need to stop, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to say that being trans is disorder, or there's something wrong with them. That's why. But not all trans people have gender dysphoria. I think that's how you pronounce it. Next, I'm going to talk about the school shooting in America, and people are saying about the fact that some people care more about the fact that the person that unalived people or killed people, sorry, unalived is when you're on TikTok, that killed people is trans than the fact that the person killed people, and 3 of them being children. I think it was 3 teachers and 3 children, and I just think you guys are sick. That's it. I just think you're sick. Like, oh, we shouldn't respect the person's pronouns because once they did that, then their respect goes out the window. Doing that, it just puts more harm to the trans community. That's what it does. It puts more harm to the trans community. People already didn't like the trans community before this incident happened, and all of this is just gives them more reasons to not like the trans community. Yeah, so I feel really, my heart is out to all the families of the victims. Stop caring about that person was trans. The person kills people. Care about that. Stop caring about the person was trans. That just stop. Oh God, I'm getting annoyed again. And the last one that happened, and this is just very recently. So, S Club 7 member passed away. I forgot what the person's name is, but if I remember, I put it on screen or I put a picture. But they passed away. Right as of now, as of this video being recorded, they haven't put the cause of death. If they have, by the time I upload this, I'll put it on the writing. But they haven't put the cause of death, and it's very sad because they were announcing a reunion, I think in October. So it is very sad that the person passed away. But yeah, that's the last thing I want. So I'm going to talk a bit positive now, because I am feeling a bit sad and talking about that. Even though I'm not the biggest, I don't think I was ever into F Club 7 like that, but it's still very sad because they were literally going to do a reunion. I mean, they still can, but it wouldn't be the same, would it? So, positive things. The first thing I want to say is Happy Autism Awareness Month to all my fellow autistic people. I'm seeing that some people are saying that it's autism, or it should be Autism Acceptance Month, not Awareness Month. But I'm saying I'm here for both, because I think I know people are aware of autism, but I think in schools, especially like in primary schools or secondary schools, people should be more aware of autistic people and how to accept autism people. So for my autism, if you please go and check out I'm going to recommend 2 autism people that YouTube channels I think you should check out. One is called Starboy at Sinosa, so I'll put the picture of him on the screen, or his YouTube channel. And the next one is Chloe Hayden. They're both autistic, so please go and check them out. And Amanda BB, she's also autistic, so go and check them 3 out. So that's what I'm going to do in that video. So next I'm going to talk about music. So the next category is music. So I listened to Endless Summer's Vacation by Miley Cyrus. I already said my thoughts of what I feel about the album, how it's made. And my favourite songs are Jaded, Flowers, Island, and whatever one that. Oh, I like Wonder Woman, and another song that's out of my head now. I think that's just the 5. I think that's my top 5. But it's a really good album. Next is about Sam Smith, Gloria. I already talked about that, so I'm not going to talk about it again. But my favourite song from Gloria is Unholy, How to Cry, the one with Ed Sheeran, I forgot what that's called. And yeah, those are the top 3. And there's another 5 one. There's a fifth one that I can't remember. I'll put it on the screen. I'm sorry guys, my head is going blank right now. But next we got some album announcements. So we got Now Home album has been announced. I think it's June 9th. So I am going to pre-order the vinyls probably this week or next week. Then you got Jonas Brothers albums coming out. Same thing, gonna pre-order it this week or next week. Ava Max, Millionaire Dance Floor, I think that's what it's called. And it's a really good album, you should check it out. My favourite songs are Ghost, Maybe You're the Problem, and something else. Ghost, Maybe You're the Problem, are the two that just came in my head, but I have a lot of songs on that album. I think I still prefer Heaven and Hell, but they're both really good albums. Next, Doja Cat has said on her Twitter that her newest album has a title, so I'm very excited for that album to come out. Planet Her is still one of my favourite albums by her, so I'm very excited for that album. Next, New Jeans has confirmed that their album's coming out, and I'm pretty sure it's July it's coming out. If you don't know who New Jeans is, the song that has been in my head for like 2 months now, it's a song called Oh My God. They go, oh my God. Yes, it goes like that. Okay. Next, Portals by Melanie Martinez. I've listened to the album. It was really good. I think I was half of the album I was into it. The other half I wasn't really into it. I've now listened to all of her albums, and my order was K12, Cry Baby, and Portals. Because for me, I think Portals is a grower album, but that's how I feel. But it's still a good album, and I'm glad that I've listened to it, and I've done the marathon now. Next, you got Macy Peters' new album, which I'm very excited about, because if you haven't watched my review that I've done on her a while ago, then watch it, because I did say in that video, I'm pretty sure I titled this just the beginning, and because I was excited for her to do more albums, because I think she's very talented. And yeah, I'm really excited. I think the album's called The Good Witch. I think that's what it's called. I don't know. Maybe I'll put a picture on the screen, but I'm very excited for that album. So next I'm going to say TV shows. So you got Heartstopper season 2. That's been confirmed. Very excited for that. Next you got Never Have I Ever season 3. I'm thinking about if I should do a video of it or not, but I'll see, because I did season 2, so I'm thinking if I should do season 3. Next you got Umbrella Academy season 4. They're in the works, and I'm very excited for it. Then you got You season 4 part 2. I watched it, and I think the part 2 was way better than part 1. Part 2 was definitely better than part 1. Next you got About Elementary season 2. So I watched it. They put it on Disney Plus, guys. In my last video, I was saying, in the last part of this video, I said I don't know how I'm gonna watch it because it wasn't on Disney Plus, but now it's on Disney Plus, and I've watched it and it's really good. I'm just waiting for them to add the last few episodes, and then I'm good to go. Last of Us season 1 is finished, so I do plan on watching it. I did have Now TV. I had Now TV, so that's how I was going to watch it, but I ended the subscription because they put it on Amazon, so I gave my sister the money so I can watch it on Amazon instead. So they have the first season on Amazon. It was around £20, which is a lot of money, but I also went in a movie as well, so I gave it like £25. So there you go. Next is Last of Us season 2 has been confirmed. I didn't mention it in the last part of this because I think I just forgot at that time, and a lot of people are excited, but then they're like, oh, they remember what happens in season 2, so they're kind of like, they're excited, but then they're not ready for it, because, you know, the whole, I don't say spoilers of the game in case you haven't played the game, but there's something that happens in the game in the beginning, so that's what people are like, oh no, maybe they shouldn't do a season 2. Next is 6 ix season 2. It's out. I watched it. Season 1 is still better. Season 2 was predictable and it kind of annoyed me. The best character in season 2 was Brad, and the girl I didn't like, and even the husband, I didn't like him. Like, I felt sorry for him. I felt sorry for him in the first one and in the beginning of the first season, but near the end I didn't like him anymore, because I'm like, no, you're actually trying Like, I understand you're hurt, but it's hurt people hurting people. That's what it turned into, and I don't really like that. So next is Stranger Things season 5 news. So they should be filming very soon. Noah has confirmed that he has the first 3 scripts, so he confirmed it on a TikTok live, and now in an interview, Noah was saying that the Duffer Brothers are saying that he's basically the Tom Holland for their TV franchise. But I'm very excited for season 5 to start filming, because you're gonna have the table read, and hopefully we get TikToks. It's gonna be very sad because it's the last season, but I'm still very excited to see what happens. So Last of Us, next I'm going to talk about games, and we have Last of Us. I've nearly finished it. My thoughts is that I do enjoy it. I enjoy the first one way more though. I do enjoy playing Abby, not as much now, but in the beginning I did enjoy playing Abby very much. And yeah, that's my thoughts. By the time hopefully I should be finished it soon, so I'll say my thoughts on the writing. That's what I think. But I think it's still going to be that I enjoy the first one way more. So I'm going to talk about movies. So I'm going to talk about Ant-Man 3. I watched it, and it was I don't think it's as bad as people think. I really like the bond between the dad and the daughter. And yes, you can tell it's a different actress that plays her, but I really like the bond between them, and I think that's the best part of the movie. I don't think it's as bad as people are saying. But yeah, Sam 2, which I want to watch. So hopefully, I'm planning to actually watch it tomorrow or one day this week. So hopefully I should say my thoughts on it. But yeah, that's it. Next, you got the Mario movie, which I also want to watch. So I should say my thoughts on it if I watch it. Or I might just wait for DVD. I don't know what I'm going to do. Next, you got the Louis movie, and Liam went to support him, which was very nice that Liam went to support Louis. Liam and Louis are one of my favourite members together from the band. I also like Niall and Harry together. But Louis and Liam were like one of my favourites. I remember how they used to always fight, not fight, but make fun of each other or play around during tour. It was very funny. Okay, so next you got the Little Mermaid movie, which I'm very excited about. I'm very excited about that one. Into the Spider-Verse, the trailer came out, it looks really good. I'm very excited for it. Next, then you got the Barbie trailer also came out. And with Barbie, I'm half and half with Barbie, I'm gonna be honest. I want to see it, but I don't want to see it. I don't know, I'm half and half. Then you got Elementals, which I'm very excited about. And lastly, you got Trolls 3, and I'm excited about it, but mostly to see what songs it is. But I do like Justin Timberlake's character, or Branch. I think it's character Branch, and I like Poppy as well, so I'm excited about that. Now I'm going to talk about books I'm currently reading. So I'm on the Harry Potter Prisoner of Azkaban. I got this book recently, and it's called The Letters I Will Never Send by Isabella Dora. So this is the front, and that's the back. I also got this book called Better Than the Movies, which I don't think is with me. That's not with me. But the person that does this book is the same actress. So this is the front, and that's the back. But this one's called The Do-Over. I got this book, so it's called To My Sisters, so that's the front and that's the back. I got this one, Girls in Pieces, that's the front and that's the back. Kathleen Glasgow is the author of this book, and then I'm going to show this one, But You Don't Look Autistic at All, so that's the front and that's the back. So that's all the books I have. I want to say again, happy Autism Acceptance Month to all my autistic YouTubers and creators out there. I love you guys, and I'm here for you, and we're in this together, because and trust me, growing up, one of the things about me is that I don't know a lot of people that are autistic like myself. I'm the only one in my family, and I'm pretty sure I'm the only one in my cousins as well. If they do have it, I wouldn't know, because I don't really see my cousins like that. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure I'm the only one. So it is nice to watch YouTubers and have people, I meet these kind of people that have the same kind of needs or on the spectrum like me. But yeah, that's everything I have to say. If I've forgotten anything, then I'm sorry. But yeah, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out when I post. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.